Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Rockingham and Bellows Falls. Welcome to the feed. Here we are, St. Patrick's Day Eve.
It's like Christmas Eve, but,
Yeah, but it's
more
like,
fun.
yeah, but more fun. We're gathering the snakes, ready to drive them out, and we'll do that tomorrow. But today we have Floyd Lawrence from Intercept. Yay! We're gonna have a clip and talk about his new.
Video and song.
Great. But first, Marty with local events.
So tonight is the public meeting for the ARPA funds. It's being held in the Lower Theater. It starts at 5:30. It's a public meeting. You can attend via Zoom. You can find the Zoom link on the town hall website, but you won't be able to have as much interaction. It's not a hybrid meeting, and they will be having breakout discussions. They have a facilitating group coming in to talk about this. So all the people that submitted their projects to the town, I think there's about 50 submissions,
really?
I think so, are going to be there to kind of, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, whether everyone's going to talk about their project or they're just going to present all of the projects. And you still, so if you come tonight and you still have something, because you have something in mind, you can still submit through the 23rd of March.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to the website, so that's tonight at 5:30 in the Lower Theater. The classic movie, excuse me, nope, sorry. I gotta go in order so I don't screw those guys up with the clips. So playing at the Opera House this week is Death of the Nile. It starts on the 18th and goes through the 22nd.
This has to be the third or fourth remake.
I was gonna say, how many remakes of this?
Yeah.
It seems like that's the trend this year too. There's a lot of remakes.
Yeah.
I guess because
Seems
they
like-
didn't have time the past couple of years to,
We're
come up
waiting
with new
for
material.
people to write new material. Like Josh, who works here at the station, is writing a new movie.
And the classic movie this week, happening tonight, is The Secret of Roan Inish. So I was curious as to what that is, and Roan Inish is Island of the Seals.
Oh,
So it's a classic Irish tale of this little girl who ends up on this island of the seals and encounters the mythical Irish creatures called silkies or silties.
Oh,
silkies.
really?
It's like a sea creature.
uh-huh.
And so it sounds like it's kind of just one of those fun
Yeah.
movies to go to
It
with
sounds
probably
And
good Irish
appropriate
music. Yeah,
for the,
appropriate.
for the day before
And
St. Patrick's
that's
Day.
sponsored by the Kane family. And then tomorrow night is the big premiere of No Exit that got postponed
Yeah,
because of
we got weathered
weather
out last time.
last week. Who knew we were going to get a 6-inch sloppy snowstorm last
Yeah, it was really a
Wednesday?
surprise.
It
Well,
was
they
a
said we were going to
surprise.
get an inch, so
Yeah.
we were prepared.
Right, exactly. So make sure you come out tomorrow night for No Exit. It starts at 7:00. It is the premiere, and we've
And
shown
there'll
the
be
clip.
questions and answers,
Questions and
and
answers.
the cast will be there, and the
Yeah.
crew will be there, so it should be a lot of
It'll
fun.
be a good time.
All right. Speaking of cast and crew, yay!
So I'm here. I was just going to start with a song because I've changed the set list just a little bit. I'm changing as we go along
Yeah.
because now I have grandbabies, right? So the set is always changing a little bit. So this is something new. Let me get ready. Ah! Woo! Okay. Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do do do, baby shark. What do you think?
I think it's
That's
great.
it. Catchy.
Yeah.
Catchy little tune that'll stay with you the rest of your life.
I have watched Baby Shark so many times now that I have grandbabies.
Really?
So I think I'm going to work that song into the set list.
I would think that would be a good idea.
Although the band is trying to take over control. They're no longer. That's what this new song is about. Is the band in the past? We have a clip, of course, but we did the 2020 pop song for the kids, kind of poppy. Then we did the country beer drinking weather, kind of country,
Yeah.
AC/DC-ish. Then we did the reggae song, and then Josh said we hit rock bottom with the Christmas song. So I said, Josh, I'd like to do another song and a video. And he said, my youngest son said, I would like to actually be involved in the writing. So this is kind of his guitar work led up to, and of course, Jason, the guitar player, Jason Plazinski, Josh Lawrence, and Jake Lawrence all played together in a hardcore band.
Oh, okay.
Before they were members of Intercept. So they come from this type of music. Jake toured with a band Lygia, and he was the drummer in their band, and toured our country with Lygia. So he's into the hardcore. I was introduced later at Ozfest. I took the kids to Ozfest, and I was blown away. I wasn't impressed with hardcore when I went, but coming home, I saw a new appreciation. So I got the drummers were just lightning speed, and the guitar players were. It was just all the bass and the Cookie Monster singing.
Yeah.
Is what I call it.
Or that throaty. Yeah.
And I don't even know how they do that for hours at a time, and then again the next day.
How do they do that?
I mean, you're just screaming. If I sang last night, and I lose my voice for 3 days. So I gained a new appreciation for it. So writing this, we had started out with like, me and him were clowning around with harmony leads, which is kind of a Maiden thing, which is, I grew up with Maiden, so I was okay with that. Then he went into chords that I had no idea what to do with. And then we were able to do like, I don't know, I picture if you took a bag and threw Evanescence, Iron Maiden, Hatebreed, and Intercept and shook it up and dumped it out. That's kind of what we ended up with.
Okay.
And that's the last part. So
That's
we're
the
gonna have
last
the
part. So
we're
you're
gonna
only
trip
gonna
down
see
memory
the
lane.
evolution.
Yeah, we'll go down memory lane, and you'll understand why Josh maybe was okay. That's enough. But but this song, it's fully recorded. It's trapped inside a computer, and we have versions of it so that we can work on the video. But now we'll take it to Rob Bridge Studios over in Walpole, New Hampshire, and he'll fine tune and make it sound really good. Hopefully.
Great. Well, let's go to clip and watch this evolution and how this came to be.
We are the class of 2020. We've been dealt a hand, but together we will stand. We will all have to join the fight. Now we are prepared, and the future that we share as a team will make it right. We're here.
I don't care if the rain comes down. Stormy clouds won't make me frown. The clouds keep hot, the sun may shine. I'll just get back and leave my worries all behind. Can't complain, things are getting better. It's clear, my dear, it's beer drinking weather. Beer drinking weather.
Shh, please, I'm relaxing. 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 I know you got your point of view. You like to tell me all about your politics too. I see you're passionate, oh, that's okay. Just don't want to listen to you today. Please, I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. So that's a little different than what we're used to, but or what I'm used to.
Right.
The band's
The band's been
doing
there.
that for years. So
The guitar work was.
yeah, Jason Plazinski's guitar solo is amazing in this. He put a lot into the guitar solo, and Josh's guitar work is very good. Josh is our bass player, but and of course Jake's drumming is always good. So, and then there's the weakest link, but I still own a lot of the equipment. So
So there you go.
There you go.
I'm
So they
in.
can't
Yeah,
kick you
possession
out.
was
I
nine
am
points
in.
of the song. right?
Exactly. Who's going to make the video, guys? Alex taught me how to make videos. None of you know how to make videos.
So that video, that was clips from other videos that you just kind of, because you're still working on the song, right?
Yeah, we're
So-
still working on the song,
Okay.
but all that is new footage. So that,
Okay.
except for the live shots, are older footage from Sue Lawrence. My wife is doing a lot of the camera work. Kirsten Lawrence Josh's wife makes a cameo, does the harmonies, and does some of the camera work.
Nice.
And then Anne Marie, which is Jason Plazinski's mom, she took the live footage a couple years ago, so you'll see Jake with hair. And the live footage, we're using a little bit of live footage, and all the other footage is brand new. We shot some here on the roof, and then we chose the building down behind James and James.
I thought that's what that was. The
Yeah,
old
the eerie
Chemco building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so eerie and so cool looking. So we got permission from a couple people, but we don't know if we took all the proper steps. But the footage has gotten so
Yeah.
close enough. We didn't get arrested. We always,
That's always good.
when you're
Don't get
shooting,
arrested.
if you don't get arrested, we say, "All right, that was a
That
good
was
day."
a good day.
That was it. Yeah.
So it's interesting that you. So do you think that like your kind of adventure into other styles in the beginning was part of the whole 2020 and just the whole
Yeah, I think we had.
COVID?
We wanted a pop song, and I was working with Jason Skaggs, who is the banjo player in the great band Jehovah. So we were working together, and I literally popped my computer on the hood of my car, and I ran an extension cord over it, and I had a monitor, and I played what I had for 2020, and I said, "It's an E, that's all I can help you with." And he just played the banjo,
Oh, neat.
and it was so cool. And the homeowner sat on the porch saying, "I know I'm paying for a carpenter and a plumber right now, but this is kind of cool." So they were a little upset that they were paying a carpenter or a plumber to record a song on their lawn, but
Did you
yeah,
credit
so
them?
that's
I was gonna say, but if they're in the credits,
yeah,
then-
we had to say
Special thanks to.
funding the project, and then we went from that to the reggae song. Kind of came because we were on vacation, and we had heard so many views, and everything was politicized, and every house we ventured to had a interesting take on everything that was going on. So when we got down
this
there on
in Florida?
vacation, yeah, we were in Florida, and we were just sitting on the beach, and it was like, we don't have to listen to anything. We can just relax. So that's where the "shh, please, I'm relaxing" came from. So that's kind of a reggae, because when you're in Florida, the club next door to our hotel, it's constantly that reggae vibe beat that you hear. So that's how we came up with that song. And then the country song, that one we worked with Guilford Studios, had given us some free recording time. So we wanted to get down there. And we knew Rich Costi was working down there, and he popped his head in. And Rich was working with Korn at the time. He couldn't tell anybody, but now it's a #1. And Beer Drinking Weather did not go to #1.
I can't even. Why?
But
Why?
the Korn song.
I actually thought that was a very
Well, thank
catchy.
you.
That is a great hook.
Thank you. I thought that was going to #1, but it turns out Rich's work went to #1, and mine kind of fell wayside. But the point being, we had done, and then we did the Christmas song just for fun. We were just, we were like, Walter Smith was our Santa Claus, and he did such a good job. And we said, let's just do a Christmas song and have fun. And then Josh said, all right, this thing's going to open up again where the clubs are booming, and do we want our last video to be
A twerking Santa.
Twerking
a twerking
was-
Santa? Exactly. And it's like, okay, valid point. All right, let's try something different. So, and people say, oh, your set list is the same. You've only learned a couple new songs. It's like we put out 5 albums and
what do
10
they want?
videos. We're working all the time. We're just not working on other people's stuff. But this downtime has given us a chance to change the set list a little bit and write this tune. The tune is finished. The video shots are not done. There's a scene, and the boys don't understand why the scene's not finished, but I disappear into the water. And I'm like, where? At the local YMCA down in Brad? Or what heated pool are we going to? Yeah. And they're like, no, there's this puddle down to Putney where, and I went down and looked at it, and it is really eerie looking. It's all stone, and the train goes over the top, and it's all stone tunnel. It's very cool. And I said, that is cool, but you know, we're noticing chunks of ice floating by. And they're like, you just jump in and disappear. It's like, So I'm holding off on finishing the video to get that shot. I was thinking July, go down.
And it still might be iffy then.
Yeah.
It might be iffy.
Still be-
I think what we'll probably do is if we get a nice warm freak day, we'll run down, have the truck running,
Yeah.
jump in, get out, jump in the truck, and
They're
go
saying
home.
it's going to be 60 degrees on St. Patty's Day.
And I should be just drunk enough,
Then it won't matter.
just drunk enough to give it a try.
Yeah. Because you know how 60 always feels really warm?
Really
That
warm
first
after.
60,
Yeah. All right, then.
And then the water temperature will probably be at least 30.
34.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
if you see man goes into cardiac rest from leaping into, you can say,
Pretty much.
you know, maybe I shouldn't have suggested that.
Yeah,
You know,
I
that
feel
was
guilty.
silly. I feel a little guilty, but I hope they got the shot.
No 2 takes on that one.
Yeah, really. It's a one shot. Make sure the camera's on.
So that's what's holding up the video.
So do you do what in the process when you're creating the song and then the video? Are you thinking of like a storyline, like a legend, or
I do now.
a mini story of
The
some
video's
sort?
in the back of my head now. It never was. When I wrote, I would take what I considered to be I always came up with the guitar lick in my head first. Or I co-wrote with the guitar player and he came up with the guitar lick, and I could, if it felt right, I would just start singing to it and say, oh, that would be cool if the bass was doing this and I sang this, and I don't necessarily have the words, but I have tons of tapes where the songs are just guitar and me singing, make up words just to get an idea of the different, because I don't like to get locked into a harmony and then find out later, oh, I could have done this. So I try not to get too locked in, but I do record it in case something happens that it's like, hey, that's very good. So that's generally the writing process, and I never care about the song or the words. Then I just pick a topic and I say, okay, now that I have a topic, I can write about that topic. But now that I started doing videos with
Yeah.
Fact 8, Alex and Jacob early on,
They brought in the story
it,
idea.
it makes me think about,
Yeah.
you know, if I did this, we could film at the pub and we could do this and we could have a video from here, or so it's always in the back of my mind. So
yeah.
when we, right off when we saw that building, we saw it a couple years ago, we walked through it, and when a friend of ours, brother owns it, and so we walked through it at one time, and we said this would
This
make a
would
great
be
video.
set.
But nothing I wrote fit that building. So this, in the back of my mind, I went right to this building. So that's how we would like to get one shot of us in the building and have the drone come across the river and then come
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and just go over. So
Yeah.
we don't have that shot as well. I took my drone there. I flew it. My wife, it was going to her phone. So she's like, yep, I got you. So I'm flying it. I lose control of my drone. It goes slamming through the building on the 3rd floor. It disappears. I can hear it just going, bang, ding, 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 crash, boom. And I'm like, oh, my drone. And I go running up. It's upside down in the one spot that was dry because that day the snow was melting. It was just a rainforest. So my drone's upside down in the one spot that's dry. And I go running over and I go running down. And I say, oh, Sue, that's great. We're going to have the shot of me. And she goes, yeah, none of it came out. It's not playing. And I'm like, ah! So we don't have the drone
But it
shot
didn't
yet.
destroy the drone.
It didn't break the
That was
drone.
good.
That was good.
crashed
It had
my drone
sheetrock
last
dust.
spring, yeah.
I didn't see any sheetrock, but it had sheetrock dust on all the impellers.
Wow.
So I don't know whose house. I may have gone through a neighbor's house first. Yeah. And then it ended up in. And I apologize if I broke a window in a neighboring house. But yeah, so we've got the drone shot, the jump in the water, and then the song will be done. And then we're going to start playing this summer. We're looking forward to getting.
Oh, great. Do you have gigs lined up, or are you?
We're going to do May 7th at the filling station. What?
Are you going to Laconia? You always go to Laconia.
We want to get to Laconia this year because what we want to do is we want to play the 100th anniversary in Laconia because we think that'll be big. So, but we have to keep our door open, so we have to go to get to the 100th. But playing a week up there for a guy that's 60 is like, okay, how late do we go?
Really?
Well, we're on till 2, and then we do it again in the morning. Are you ready? I'm not ready, actually. So Laconia is a little tougher than it used to be. But we're doing Music in the Meadow this year, which is going to be,
that'll be good
that's
too.
not till September,
yeah,
but that's
yeah.
a great time. We'll play down to, these are the ones that are guaranteed. Spofford Lake, we'll do something down there. We've done it every year. It's kind of a new tradition. And then we'll see what happens. PK's is still having local music. It looks like it's alive and well. I watch Roy Brown's got a new band with Rick
does he?
Sears and Rick's wife, M19. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Oh, wow.
But that's a great band, and a lot of local stuff. 808 is back together.
I
They've
keep
always
seeing
been
their
together,
stuff,
but they're getting rolling again. And I just heard Jason Coble. He sent me a song that he did, and it's like, wow, that's really good. He's getting airplay on the river, so congrats to him. So local people are starting to play
Yeah.
music again.
Nice.
And people are starting to come out, right? People are hungry.
I think so.
for-
I think
for
so. People are
live
ready to.
entertainment, Yeah.
You know, I've been playing at a church, and they're willing, because we can't get together and do the organ and the choir, and at the Westminster Congregational. So there's 3 or 4 musicians that have been filling in and helping with music, and they're willing to gamble with COVID just so I don't play anymore. They're just like, let's just get the organ back and the choir back together, and we'll take our chances, you know. But one more song from Floyd. Let's just. So that's a little hurtful, you know. But just
Especially
as
coming from a
that gig's,
church.
just as that gig's ending,
Yeah.
the others are getting started.
Yeah.
So I don't need them
So
anymore.
for the church, though, did you sing like "Beer Drinking Weather" or
I did not. I did.
"Shaking"?
I did
can't
a
remember
couple.
what that song was.
I did a couple. You know, she's like, "Can you do Joy to the World?" And it's like, "Yeah." And I do Jeremiah. What? I don't.
Jeremiah
think
was a
that's-
bullfrog?
I don't think that's what she wanted exactly, but I thought it fit.
Yeah.
So.
Because it was a biblical. Jeremiah was a biblical character.
Yeah,
obviously.
that's how
Yeah.
I took it.
And you may or may not have been a bullfrog.
So yeah, no, I tried to stay within keeping from being kicked out of the church. So
That's
I
always
think
a
I
good.
did okay.
That's a good. Yeah, that's where you want to keep the bumpers.
Yes.
You know, you don't,
Yep.
don't get kicked out,
Let's see, you know, and
especially if it's church.
a lot of it was Zoom. So
Yeah, yeah.
you know, I think they could probably block me, and I didn't even know after a while.
You're
you know.
just playing in
They were muting me, and I'm singing up a storm like I am really killing it today, and they're like, Floyd again. But yeah, so I think things are getting, you know, people are going out, and
Yeah, I think
concerts
so.
are happening again.
Yeah.
I
And you
so,
went
too.
to a concert. And
I did over the weekend. I went
and
to see
people
St.
were
Paul. And
up
oh, they
and-
were up and they were dancing, and it was great. And even the dinner beforehand, it was packed. I mean, you couldn't. There wasn't a seat at the bar or in the restaurant. It
Yeah, I
was
think
just-
people are ready to be
Yeah.
out. I think it's actually kind of cool that you, as I was watching that video, that you documented 2020. You know, you had a
Yeah,
video that
yeah.
documented it because as we were watching, I was thinking, God, that seemed like so long ago, but it was only 2
It
years
does-
ago.
It was 2
You
years ago,
guys
right at this
inspired it.
time.
You said, and it made me think you guys inspired it on the show when you said community come together for this class because they missed out on so much. And I was like, I could write a song maybe.
Yeah.
And got together with Alex, and Alex had some ideas on the video, and
And little did we know at the time, we were saying that
We thought it
would
was
be
a quick little-
we were
Yeah.
thinking, oh, it'll be over by the
yeah.
summer.
But I hope we
And
get the
this-
song in time
yeah.
to,
Yeah.
before it's over, and then it's like,
I saw a
2
thing
years later.
just this week that said there are kids now that have never gone to school without a mask on.
wow.
That's hard, That's
How are we doing on time?
Oh,
Conrad's telling me to.
Wrap it up.
Conrad saying,
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I get this a lot.
This is-
I was gonna
Almost
say.
every show I'm on, it's like, stop,
Wow.
stop talking.
On that note, we need to wrap it up.
We do.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
Always
guys,
great.
all you do
Always
for the
entertaining.
community, and congrats on your documentary. Very cool. And Alex has a movie coming out. I'm excited.
Yes, tomorrow. It's going to be great.
Excited for him.
Yes.
And thanks for having me on.
Well, we need to wrap it up, but there's news on the
Bye,
other stuff.
community.
Bye. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. My God.